My blissful gorgeous self, this is the third discourse on Venugeetam. The same flute playing Krishna with his gopas, Valbal friends and holy cows entered in the forest, spread across the river Yamuna, blooming with multicolored kinds of multi-million kinds of flowers perfuming everywhere. Birds and monkeys and deers and does and tigers and entire wildlife came out to greet their beautiful guests. In their own tongue they expressed their excitement, love's pleasure. The silence of forests resounded with the joy of seeing their beloved. Sri Krishna is walking along the carpets of green grass, somewhere and dusty ground elsewhere, leaving wonderful marks of gold, lotuses, conchs, and Vajra and other symbols of Bhagavan within his footprints on the soil. Holding the flute to his lips, Krishna is playing Malarag, matching the climate of autumn season. Krishna's lips enjoyed sipping invisible nectar. His fingers danced deftly over its holes. The abundant flow of ambrosia with lots of flower showers and perfumes spread throughout the forest. Krishna's dazzling, smiling face, charming gestures, bliss-pouring glances reflected in the heart of birds, deers and does, cows and lions and monkeys, and their eyes transfixed in the beauty of Krishna, walked along with this unique wild procession. Krishna's sweet flute music is echoing, re-echoing, sounding, resounding, reverberating and reverberating, traveling fast as if engulfing the whole universe. It is freezing the river water, lake water, fountain water, and melting the mountains, blooming all buds of trees into flowers, regreening dying dry trees. This treasure house of wonders, the flute music, traveled out in and through everywhere, reached where lovely-eyed, love-intoxicated gorgeous gopis were. With great yearning, they looked in that direction and started embracing each other due to sudden mental derangement. Overwhelmed with ecstasy, their lips fluttered and moved in words. They said, Tanvrajastriya srutya Venugeetam smarodaya Kaschit paroksham Krishnasya Svasakibhyonvavarnayan. That sweet, erotic, passionate, intoxicating, lovely sound reverberated, thrilling and encompassing all and everywhere. Enlightened saints have told me this music is still echoing from beginninglessly to endlessly. Meanwhile, countless creations, civilizations, dissolutions pass by for yugas and manvantaras and kalpas. and this flute music keeps on and on, echoing and reverberating and sounding and resounding everywhere. And humanity goes on being cycled and recycled into 400,000 bodies by psychological patterns and karmas and sanskaras. And when Sri Krishna blesses with his love, then one is able to listen to this flute music, and then he moves past and attain the highest felicity of life. Here again, 5,000 years ago, it was heard in Vrindavan collectively, and gopis heard it. Everyone's heart was captivated, even trees and vines were filled. They are dripping syrup, maple syrup and honey. Wealth is dear to you as long as the government does not dump you in jail for tax evasion, my dear friends. And love making is dear to you as long as your partner, your wife, does not give you hard time or saved you from being interested in another man. So long. Your embracing and kissing to your wife is dear to you. So religion is dear to you only as long as your intellect is neat and clean, unconfused. These are the occasions where the joy is possible. Flute music of Sri Krishna can be enjoyed only when your fascinations for various kinds of liberations are known as selfish ends, and they are fully finished. Also, your desires for worldly life, worldly attractions are completely finished. Then you are qualified to listen to flute music. So, Shukdev Ji Maharaj sings, Tadvarnai tumarabdha smarantya Krishna cheshtitam Nashakan smaravegena vikshipta manaso nripa. Gopis heard and heard and heard and started embracing each other in derangement of mind. Gopis heard and began to describe it to her friends. As she began, love overtook her being, and she began to see Krishna Cheshtitam. That's what they saw. While playing flutes, how his eyes move, brows move, head shakes and chin moves, shape of cheeks changes. The spirit of the gopis came out of their bodies and floated, traveled in the sky to the woodland where Sri Krishna was standing, playing his flute in the jungle. Barhapidam natamaravapu Barhapidam natamaravapu Karnayo karnikaram Bimbrandvasa kanakakapisham Vaijayanti Vaijayanti Randhran Venu Adharasudaya Purayan Gopa Vrindai Vrindaranyam Samadaramanam Ravishankita Kirti Barahapidam Natavarvapu Gopis looked straight to his face. Those who adore God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with servitude, devotional attitude, dare not to see above, but only to the lotus feet. Look at Hanumanji Maharaj, look at Sri Lakshmanaji Maharaj and Garudaji Maharaj, but Gopi's lips, her eyeballs so high up on the head, and even above that they saw his crown, Varapidam Natavaravapu. He is wearing peacock feather tucked gold crown. Why peacock feather, my dear? Because when the peacocks walk, they squeeze up all their big long spread of feathers within themselves. When they dance, all expand out. Same way, small name of Krishna, short reflections on Krishna, brief vision of Krishna is all that you start with, and soon he is inside you. Once inside, he enlarges himself so gigantically, so colossally that everything of your world vanishes away, and he alone shines and dazzles and illuminates. According to Dharma Shastras, a bird feather is unclean, impure. You got to wash your hands after it is touched. But Sri Krishna is coming with the whole crown made of it. Means he is not going to care about your religious rituals and all cleaning ups. But you directly is concerned with, is related. Who is this peacock, my dear friends? Radha Priyamayurasya Barahamurdnam Vibhartyaja. This one is a special dearmost pet of Sri Radha. And this peacock dances ecstatically as it hears Krishna's flute. Then a feather fell. That feather is on Krishna's crown as a token of love, my dear friends. My peacock, seeing this, Sri Radha feels when he loves so much, even to my peacock feather, then how much will he love me? Okay? Barhapidam Natavaravapu. Nat means actor, Var means groom. Sri Krishna comes as actor, very good actor, smartest actor, and like a groom, bridegroom. Okay? So Krishna comes as both. The Varenyam of Gayatri Mantra comes assuming the form of groom. Why? What for? To find all his own, his dears, his kinsmen, his own people. For relaxation and rest, he used to travel far and wide to Kashmir, to Switzerland, to Canada, to America, to Paris, to London. Now you spend millions of dollars, but if you can just care to learn how to divert your mind from worldliness and unite with Sri Krishna even for 20 minutes, you not only save a lot of your dollars, but also gain so much inside you that will be your own asset. This topic is a method. Let your body remain at your office, in your home, in your garden, anywhere. Pull out your mind and join Sri Krishna in Vrindavan, okay? Barhapidam natavaravapo Barhapidam natavaravapo. The crown of feathers on Sri Krishna is not inert, my dear friend, but conscious. Conscious, it is antimaterial. It has nothing but eyes and eyes and eyes everywhere because it is composed of pure consciousness. So, as if Sri Krishna is saying, "Oh my beloved, oh my Brajavasis, oh my Gopis, I long to see you with not only 2 eyes but so many eyes, millions of eyes." And that is imprinted on the peacock feather which I am wearing crown of. And my dears, as soon as you go up to fame, you look, I have put this feather right on my head, okay, this pen. If you are exhausted, to feign you, I have tugged it right on my head, okay. A Bhagavati ji from Vrindavan says, Krishna was going somewhere, joyfully, dancingly, playing music. Suddenly he saw a footprint of Sri Radha printed on the dust, and sun was getting hot, so he stood up to give it a shade and pulled out his feather and began painting. There are 2 traditions of devotion in Vrindavan. In one tradition, the crown of Sri Krishna hangs to the right side, and in another, it hangs to the left side. Why left, my dear? Because on the left is Sri Radha, and he offers her shade and coziness. Tat Sukha Sukhitvam is the nature of true love. And Vrindavan is full of it. Vrindavan is composed of it. Natavaravapuhu. 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 It is very difficult to unite this turbulent mind with the God, with the divine, with the transcendental consciousness or samadhi. So, God decided to descend himself in the land of restlessness, in the world of movie makers, in